Welcome to Fictional Narrative. I'm Neri, and it is a brand new year, which means it's time to talk about New Year goals. However, before I do that, I want to recap the goals that I had for 2022. So I knew that 2022 was going to be a really, really busy year for me because it was my last semester of college. And after that, I knew I was going to be on the job hunt. So I got a new job. It's been a crazy year for me. My reading goal for 2022 was 12 books, just so I could be like, okay, I can do a book a month. It's going to be totally feasible. I did it. I thought I couldn't do it, actually, towards the end, but I did it. So this year, 2023, I want to be a little bit more ambitious. Starting with my channel goals, actually. So the last time that I was posting consistently on this channel, I did not have set days as a schedule. My schedule was every 3 days, a video every 3 days, which is also a recipe for chaos. I don't know how I made it work, but I made it work until I couldn't make it work anymore. And so this year I've decided the best way to stay consistent is to actually have a schedule, have days where I know that I'm posting something. And mostly this kind of gives me a guide of, what content can I continue to come up with. So my posting schedule for 2023 will be Tuesdays and Saturdays. On Tuesday, I'll be posting general book content. And then on Saturdays, which I will dub my Cozy Saturdays, I'm going to be posting specifically about cozy mysteries. Cozy Saturdays is going to be my series where I start a new cozy mystery and review it and see if I want to continue it or not. It's mainly an exploration series for me because there are so many cozy mysteries that I feel like I cannot remember all of the ones that I want to get to, and then I can't get to them all, it feels like. So hopefully the series will kind of just attack both of those problems. So then coming back into my reading goal, because I'm going to have a new cozy mystery that I'm going to be essentially talking about every single week, I can be a lot more ambitious with my reading goals. So I've decided I'm going to try for 60 books this year, and I could probably reach that goal a lot sooner than the end of the year. But I always try to go with something achievable but challenging. And then, should I reach my goal, I will then expand my goal and see how far I can go. So that way, I'm challenging myself without stressing myself out because I should not be stressing myself out. And to better help me reach my goals and not just lean on to cozy mysteries as most of the books that I read this year, because I think every year I'm like, I need to read more off of my shelves. I need to, not buy more books than I've actually explored. I should keep the ones I really, really love. So I've decided there are 23 books this year, in the year of 2023, just to be on theme, that I have to read. And so these books kind of fall in 3 categories for me. The first category is need to finish. I've started these books, I have not been able to finish them, and I need to finish them. The second category is we've been here, books that I feel like have been on my shelves and I should read it, but I really have just been putting them off. And there's a ton of books like that for me, but these are just the ones that I'm like, okay, let's do this. I was excited about these books at one point. It's time to get excited again, right? And then the final category are my anticipated reads, not because they are like new or anything, but I know, I feel, because I'm a mood reader, so I feel like 100% I'm going to enjoy these books, and I just need to make the time to get to them. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's start with the need to finish category. So I have Jonathan Strange, and Mr. Norrell. Mr. or Doctor? Mr. And the reason I haven't finished this book is because it has tiny, 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 tiny text, and it's thick. It gets intimidating. They also have footnotes, because just kind of the world building for this, around the magic system, around the, like, just societies in this book, there are footnotes. So it is thick. This book is a small Bible. And I definitely want to finish it because I've been trying to finish it. I've been trying to read it. I did finish, I think there was a Hulu series or something, and I know that Hulu series, I was like, that doesn't seem to really fully capture the book. So I want to get through this. This is one of my mountains that I have to climb. Next book is the remaking. The remaking. So this one I started and then I just put down. I still remember that first portion. That's why I have the bookmark in here, but I still remember the first portion. So I think I'm good to just kind of pick it up and keep going. This was one of my recent ones that I put down. So hopefully this will be a pretty fast read. Next is The Downstairs Girl. I put this down. I feel kind of bad about it because I really liked it. And then I started sitting there going, I'm kind of in the mood for something else. So I picked up something else, but I really want to finish this one this year. And I have thoughts about it already, so I'll probably make a review about it. Next, we have The Night Watch. This book does not look thick. The text is fairly tiny. The content feels dense. And so I started it. It was interesting. It was a little supernatural. And then I was like, whoa. Do I have time for it? I'm going to make time for it this year. I started this and it sounded so good. And then I don't know what happened. Okay. The Song of Achilles. I feel like everybody has already gone through this book. And I'm the one person that's like, I started it. I knew it's going to be tragic. It's Greek. Like, it's based off of Greek mythology. Like, it's going to be tragic. And I was just like, Symptoms of Being Human. This one also has been on my shelves for a really, really, really long time. And I thought that I would get through a lot more than I did. And this is the one that I'm talking about when I'm saying Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell is only one of my mountains. This is my second mountain. The Emperor's Blade. I bought this a while ago. It's interesting, but it's big. I can't see, even though I'm holding it like next to my head. I think it might actually be taller than my head. A little bit. It's a little taller than my head. But it is thick. But it is a fantasy. Of course. It's gonna be a lot to go through. And now moving on to my second category, books that I feel like have been waiting on me. First, we have Run Me to Earth. This is a small book. It has heavy topics, but it's a small book. I should be able to finish this. I will do it. The Good Luck Girls. I've only heard good things, and I want to know. The Alice Network. I feel like I didn't pick this one up for the longest time because I think I read another story that was set in one of the World Wars, and it made me very, very emotional. And I was like, maybe not this one for a while. Free Food for Millionaires. This is a gorgeous cover. That is an interesting title. Anonymous Girl. I feel like everybody has also read this book, and I need to play some catch up or something. The Bridge Kingdom. I bought this thinking that I was going to go to a book discussion in which I had like all of 3 days to read this. Obviously, that just never happened, but because of that, I feel like I need to finish this, or at least start it. One of those. The Snow Child. Had this one for a really long time. No excuses. And Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I feel like this was on maybe one of my to read lists one month, once upon a time. Now that I have the other two books, it should be like fuel to my fire. Not in saying that like books are like kindling or whatever, just I should have some motivations, right? Alright, and now on to the final category, my anticipated reads. First off, The Bullet Catcher's Daughter. This is an interesting one, although I really don't like titles when they're like, this person is the accomplished one, but we're following their wife. Or this person's the accomplished one, we're following their daughter. But this should be interesting. It's a little mystery, it's a little intrigue. The Grimrose Girls. This is supposed to be like dark academia, murder mystery, things that I like. As much as I like purchase things for my 2022 haul, and I was like, maybe I'll have a fantasy year, I'm still very much in this like murder mystery area. So the next book is the Aosawa Murders. Isn't this a cute cover? Yeah, probably not a cute story though. Okay. The next two are both by Gillian Flynn because I read Gone Girl. I wanted to explore both of her other works. So Sharp Objects and Dark Places. And these two have been out for a while, and I just want to the way that Gillian Flynn writes is so good. I just kind of want to see how these differ from each other because I think it will be a cool thing. Plus, I don't expect that I'm gonna like the characters very much, just because she does a lot of like dark themes well and characters that you might not end up liking very well. So, The Girl with the Louding Voice. This was for sure on either a TBR or a haul video that I had. And I said I was going to read it, and I never got to it, and I really want to. And it's kind of like a coming of age, and I think it would just be a very nice perspective to explore. And of course, Queenie. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, and I haven't gotten to read it because I'll scroll through it, I'll skim through it, and I'm like, oh, there's text messaging format. I don't like text messaging format, but that should not deter me from a good book. So I'm gonna do it. It's like raining really heavily outside. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll have to see when I'm editing, but it is like stormy. So that's my 23 for the year of 2023. And I mean, the way that I have everything set up, I feel like there's always a little bit of chaos in my organization, but for sure, I will meet my 60 book goal probably before the end of the year. I'm excited to see how far I get. I don't think I've gone past like 100 in a year. So, fingers crossed. And I will see you this upcoming Saturday for the first Cozy Saturday. Thank you for watching. Bye.